Hello. Hi, everyone. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Watching or listening in, I'm Joy Bansag, and I am your host for today. Um,
Gets us every time, Joy.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that, really. So again, again, so I would like to welcome everyone wherever you are. I would like to welcome you to AMN Academy Dream Job. So today we will be speaking about offer rescinded. So we have heard it in the social, we have heard it from the nurses, we have seen it across the board that there are hospitals that are rescinding the offers. But before we dig in, I'd like to introduce D. I know everybody knows D. So D is our senior director for recruitment and our guest speaker, Mr. Mark Gabin Yuma. He is a registered nurse and he is already working in the US now, living his American dream. But before that, his offer was also rescinded. So he can give us more insights about this one. But I'll give you the floor first to tell us,
Sure.
the listeners, what it means by contract rescinded and why it happened.
Absolutely, absolutely. So thank you so much, Joy. I know that this is a topic that we've had a lot of questions on our Onwards and Upwards show, and we see some things in social media as well. So we wanted to take the opportunity to explain why this is happening across the industry right now. But most importantly, the purpose of today's show is to really focus on your next steps. So if you are in the unfortunate position where you've had your offer rescinded, as Joy said, we do have Mark on with us today, who very, very graciously accepted to speak with us all, who was in this situation probably a little more than a year ago. I think Mark has been in the US going on a year, if not more, but he'll tell us his story. So basically, what's happening? First of all, it is not an indication of your qualifications as a nurse in any way. It's just the market that we are in right now, and our particularly direct hire clients are being very successful in recruiting either newly graduated nurses or US based trained nurses. So that's basically high level what is happening. And as we say, it is an industry phenomenon right now, for want of a better word, but it is happening industry wide. But what we want to focus on today is that if you are in that situation, then you do have options. So your process is not stalled, it is a little bit delayed. And what we're going to talk about today is how we can restart that process and get you here to the United States as quickly as possible to live your American dream, just like Mark is doing. Back to you, Joy.
Yeah, thank you, D. And hi, Mark. Uh, Mark, can you tell us what happened when your offer was rescinded? Hello, Mark.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello,
Good
everyone.
morning.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good morning from the US. Good afternoon in the Middle East, and good evening in somewhere in Southeast Asia. Hello, everyone. Yeah, are we cool? All right.
We can hear you, Mark.
Hello, my fellow healthcare professionals. How are you? Hope everything is doing well with you. So, every time I'm given this opportunity to speak, I'm filled with excitement because just like you, I was once full of fear and have tons of questions, isn't it? So let me tell you my story. So back in 2000, but that year I wasn't so sure about the life past. I got married 11 years ago, We thrive in our business and trust in our beloved country, the Philippines. So we're the Filipinos here. Yay. So I'm grateful for the journey. But then, fast forward, the pandemic came. It was very vivid that God told me to continue my American journey. I wasn't convinced until my wife affirmed what God was leading us to do.
I'm
So
sorry,
we
Mark. I
both
don't want to
obeyed God's
interrupt you, but
calling.
your
It was
your
a
your
turning
internet
point.
is a little.
Yes.
Is it possible for you to switch to your phone by chance? I love your story, and I want everybody to hear it. Okay, while we're waiting for Mark to come back, this is live, so we do have some technical difficulties with some internet and etc. But I know that Mark will be back on his phone, and I'm very excited for him to share his story with you. It is a really, really good one, inspirational, and hopefully will help everybody on the who is listening in today. Help make your next decision. So Joy, I know that you, when you kicked us off, and thank you so much, is we're in this season right now where we're experiencing nurses who have their offers rescinded. You have been
Yes.
doing this for quite some time. You have been in this space for over 20 years. What advice, while we're waiting for Mark to come back, what advice would you give to anybody who is sitting in a situation right now where unfortunately their offer was rescinded? What can they do next?
Okay. I know it's very frustrating for those nurses who are in this situation. They have waited for a long time to get their I-140 or to get their priority date becomes current, and then all of a sudden, hospital will rescind the offers. So what you will do is start immediately. Okay, we are still in retrogression right now. For those whose priority is not current yet, we can still catch up the time that you lost in that, as long as we can refile your I-140 at the earliest. With AMN Health, we have a lot of opportunities for you at the moment. We have opportunity throughout US, especially in our staffing division. With the staffing division, we can refile your case at the earliest, as soon as we have received your documents for filing, which I assume you already have, and in 5 days or even less than that, we can refile your case. So the earlier you can reestablish, because we can refile your case, it means that we can recapture your case, and then we can place you with your option. We have a lot of options for you.
Awesome. Thank you, Joy. So we've got some questions coming in here. We have Maria from Saudi Arabia. Hi, Maria. Thank you for joining us. We have, I know that name. We have Arlene. And there's Mark back. Hi, Mark.
Hello.
There you go. Okay,
Anyone
Joy,
hear me?
I'm going to
Sorry.
hand it back over to you and Mark.
Okay, Mark,
Mhm.
can you tell us
Where was
what
I?
happened when your offer was rescinded back then?
Okay. I already made a script. I will make a story for that. Hang on. All right. So, where was I when I last started my story? Once again, I started my story back in 2009. I was still single and have no direction in life, but I'm already a nurse that time. But I wasn't so sure about where I am at that point of my life during that time. Fast forward, I got married. We tried through our business and career paths in our beloved country there in the Philippines. So I'm grateful for that journey. Then fast forward, the pandemic came, and it was very vivid that God told me to continue my journey. So I wasn't convinced until my wife affirmed that what God is leading us to do. So we both obeyed God's calling, and it was a turning point for us. So I restarted my American journey last 2021. I passed the NCLEX in 2022, and there were many processes in between.
Mhm.
It wasn't easy, but as we've always believed, it's worth the fight, what you're dreaming for. So there were a lot of challenges along the way, such as retrogressions, which most of us experience. But it didn't end there.
When the time was near to my interview date, as far as I could remember, it's just a month before my embassy interview, there was a scheduled virtual meeting with the direct hire people. And it was a truly heartbreaking moment for me and my wife to receive the rescinded news. So the sad news was revealed. Yeah, and you heard it right. Just 30 days before my embassy interview was set, and the interview didn't happen. So the good news turned bad. The excitement turned into emotional torture. So I was there. I've been in your shoes. But I was
So
reminded that all things work together for good. So deep inside, it really tested my faith and patience. But I'm so grateful to our AMN healthcare company, especially its OGP arm. They were the ones who caught me, and true to their words, they helped me in that difficult time. The time when I was rescinded, they helped me immediately to look for another employer. And that is the good news is OGP is the employer, the staffing agency. And the process was so fast. In just less than a month, I got a job offer. And at the same time, I was truly amazed with our company. They recaptured my I-140 of the NVC. And in another month time, a lot of good things happened. The interview came with the facility, the client facility that we have, and everything went smoothly after that. I thought I'd wait again for another months or years, but it just took me a couple of months. And thank you so much for our company. They never left us from day one up until this time, even I'm working already. So my rescinded journey was just about 5 months. And as I end, I just want to let you know that a rescinded journey is truly heartbreaking. It truly is.
true.
But it is not a period, it's just a comma in the big picture of scheme of things, especially in your life and my life. So just like ours, we are enjoying the beautiful American dream. And I can't wait that you will tell your own wonderful story, unique story of your own with the future nurses that are coming. And through this American dream, to name a few, we've been to beautiful places here in the US, like Chicago in Illinois, Destin in Florida, Houston, Texas, Georgia, Louisiana, Alabama, Indiana, Louisiana, any Kentucky, Tennessee, California, and many, many states yet to explore. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank you so much, AMN OGP family. By the way, this year we also got our first car through our
That's
company AMN as
nice.
well. And soon we'll have our new house. That's quick. But true, it is really an American dream. Once again, thank you, OGP, AMN, for making our dreams come true, our dreams to become a reality for me and my wife and my children. Your support and guidance mean everything to us. And once again, in Filipino terms, magandang umaga sa lahat. And congratulations in advance. See you soonest here in America, my fellow and beloved USRNs. Mabuhay.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you for that wonderful story. Thank you so much. But just wanted to ask also, were there were any misconception you had about staffing process before you consider stopping opportunities? You were from direct before, so is there any misconception before you accept an offer?
Yes, I really have a misconception with direct hire because you know, they might cut a big part of your paycheck. That's what the misconception most of us have, especially in the staffing side of agency. But for me, it's not that big. As far as I did my research, they 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 don't do the business just to cut a big part of our paycheck. But as a matter of fact, they help us get settled here, and everything will just be fine, and you do not have to worry about anything because yeah, their service is worth it, and
Thank you.
everything they will help you provide with a liaison officer. My liaison officer has been great to me, and the contract. What's good between a direct hire and the contract is here in the staffing agency, you have a shorter years or terms because you'll be serving in number of hours, not in years. So once you serve that hours, then you are free. I mean, you can do whatever you want after that once you finish the contract. And it's much shorter compared to that of the direct hire option.
Okay. Thank you, Mark. I think yes, there are some misconceptions from the nurses about the staffing, which is not really true. Like one is that
Mm.
you cannot choose your location, which they I like which as a
Oh,
nurse for for AMN, for OGP AMN, for the staffing division we have, you can really choose the location you want, and the whole process we will be there
yes.
also to assess you. So this is the recruitment myths from the staffing, like you can make less money, which is not true. The salary we have given is always on the higher end of the prevailing wage, and the salary will always be based on, like, if it is in the city, if it is in a urban location, that it will be higher compared to, but you have an option. And yeah, there's a lot there. And yeah, I think that's the one. So if you really want to go for if during this time, okay, during this time, like, stopping is the best option, and it is a safety net. And I have always received these questions from the nurses, like, what if after the recapture they will also, like, the offer is rescinded also. I received that a lot of questions from the nurses. But since AMN is your petitioner, so unlike with the direct, that even if you are already towards the end of the immigration process, waiting for the consulate interview, for the direct, we really have to process from the beginning. We have to recapture the case. That is not the case for the staffing. If even if, for example, for some reason your offer has been rescinded by your petitioner, we will just have to present you to different hospitals to look for a facility wherein your choice again, without disrupting, without delaying the process. It's not like we have to go back from the beginning. We just have to present you, and that's it. So it will not cause further delay of your process. Anything you want to add, Dee?
Thank you, Joy. Well, first of all, I want to say
Very much true.
congratulations to Mark on the new car and the upcoming new home. So congratulations, truly the American dream in living color right here. And I think, Mark, I believe it was you did it. You arrived in the U.S. on New Year's Day, correct? And it was really full
It
circle. I
was
remember you telling
Christmas,
me that story
the
before.
day after Christmas
The day that's
last
it.
year.
I knew it was around the holidays, and yeah, that was it because you got to start a new year in your new
Yes.
home.
True.
Thank you so much for sharing. I mean, Joy and I can talk about this all day, but really listening and hearing from Mark, who has lived this experience, and I absolutely love how you said this is not a period, it's a comma. I love that. I wrote it down. I'm going to use it because I think that just sums up this unfortunate situations that nurses are finding themselves in right now. And to add to what
Mhm.
Joy said, yes, there are many myths around staffing opportunities versus direct hire. Both are perfect. Both are perfectly great options. It really is just a matter of what is important to you and your family. And by working with an organization that's going to help you come to a decision that you are happy with, and that you come here to the US and you thrive just like Mark and his family are. And he talked about all the places that he has been to. You see a map here behind me, so and the US is front and center to where I placed it. But you know, there are lots and lots of great things to do here in the United States, as Mark has already said. But what I would say is, in addition to what Joy and Mark have shared, is that the more open and flexible you are, then the faster you'll find your next opportunity. And Joy had mentioned that she gets the question all the time, well, what happens if I accept a staffing opportunity and it's also rescinded? So if you turn back to what Mark had previously said, because OGP is your employer, then we do work with you and finding you another opportunity, either in a different city, a different state. But again, going back to those myths, we want to make sure that you're 100% clear. You choose where you want to go. Depending on your experience, you may have two opportunities, you may have five opportunities. It really just depends on what the facility client is looking for in terms of experience and what your unique experience is. So I hope that helps, and I will hand it back to Joy.
Yes. So yeah, Mark, any advice you can give to those nurses who are currently in this situation at the moment?
Yes, I would advise, if it is they're really calling to go here, I would say they would go for it. Don't have a double mind. Ask God for guidance, and He will provide if He leads you to be here. And it's really a vast opportunity for the nurses to be here, because you can be who you are. I could tell you, you can be who you are here in the US. Whatever you dream of, whatever you plan to be as a nurse or a different profession or whatever, you can be who you are here. As far as your dreams can take you, you can be who you are. So have faith, and it's just a temporary pause. It's not the end. The best is yet to be. So go for it. So I never regretted it. The only time I regretted it is it took me a week before moving to the staffing agency from the direct hire, because I was too, hyped with the direct hire, because the direct hire, your employer is the hospital, but there will come a time the hospital is filled with the staff that they need. So that's the reason why you've been rescinded. And during my time, we were 125 in my batch who were rescinded. I don't know how many from that 125 pushed through the American dream, but for me, I'm really called to be here. So by God's grace, lo and behold, I'm here. And yeah, OGP is our employer. So we have a plethora or wide variety of choices where you want to work in whatever state. OGP is present to all 50 states, most of them, as far as I know. But especially the compact states, if you do your research, OGP is present mostly in the compact states. And each states have different hospital facilities, which they call client facilities. So the hospitals are their clientels. We are the products or the product of service of OGP. So we fill in their staffing needs. So that's why OGP is our employer. And you will never get rescinded because once this facility has filled their staffing needs, you can still choose another one within the vicinity or within the city or within the state that you like to work in. If you have family here in the US and that's your one of your decision making in choosing a state, then you can choose that state or the next state next to it. Just go for it, never stop, and I believe you will never regret it to be here. I sometimes I call the American dream the land flowing with milk and honey, the promised land. So for me, this is the promised land. So go for it. Don't stop. Don't quit. Just aim for your dreams to become a reality. And OGP, AMN will help you. God bless us
Thank
all.
you. Yeah, thank you so much, Mark. So for those nurses who are listening in right now, if you are in the same situation with Mark, we will help you restart your process, and you can send us your application at www.amnhealthcare/international, and our team will be happy to discuss the details, your options, the process with you, and as what Mark said, we will be always here for you throughout the duration, not just from the beginning, it's during, after, during the process, after the process, throughout the journey of your contract with us. We will be assisting with you. We will be assisting you. We will not leave you in every step of the way. We will be holding your hand throughout. Any since we are almost round out of time,
Yeah.
30 minutes is very fast.
It's
Your
very,
30.
very fast, and we've got lots of questions coming in, which we will make sure that we get to after our show. We do want to be very respectful of Mark's time. I know that he's probably, I'm not sure if you're working today or not, but and so, but yes, I
By
think that
11
you,
p.m.
yeah, okay. So I think that it's really important, on these shows we talk about celebration a lot. We talk about milestones. We celebrate each other as we reach all of these different milestones. But it's just as important to talk about the things that are more challenging, the things that are difficult. This is a challenging process. And there are certain things that might happen along the way that are outside of both our control and your control. So I really love this show. I love how Joy and Mark have shared their experiences. Joy being in this industry for over 20 years, and Mark having lived being rescinded and now thriving here in the US. But it is really important that we talk about the not so pleasant things because we will encounter them on the way. And so, but it's really a testament to resilience and having that dream like Mark that you can still fulfill that. This is just a bump in the road. If you are listening in and you are in that unfortunate position where your job offer has been rescinded, take time to process it. It's a lot. And Mark shared his experience that he went from being happy to being in emotional distress, and that's really real. So take your time to process and think about what your next step will be. We are here to help you every step of the way. I do want to thank Mark and Joy for sharing your experiences with us today. Mark, I hope that do you have some nice plans for Thanksgiving with yourself and your family? Can you share those with us?
Yes, a matter of fact, we'll be meeting with my sister from Texas halfway. So the state between us is Louisiana. So we'll be having a lunch buffet in Louisiana.
Lovely. Oh, that
And
sounds
we'll do,
wonderful. So
do some road tripping.
we're celebrating. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, we'll do road
Awesome.
tripping, going to the
Yeah.
lakes and rivers, and have photos with the different
Oh,
colors of the trees. The leaves falling.
That sounds
It's autumn
beautiful.
here.
Will you be taking the new car?
I already have my new car.
Awesome. So you're taking the new car
Yeah,
on a
graduate.
road trip. That's
Yes.
so much fun. Send us
Mm-hmm.
lots of pictures and we'll share them
Yes,
here.
ma'am.
That's amazing.
I will.
Okay, that's it, Joy. I'll hand it back to you to wrap us up. But just a big, big thank you to Mark and for everyone that is listening in, that is here in the US. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you're doing something nice and fun with friends and family. And hope that this topic was very, very informative and adds a little bit of confidence to your next step. Joy, I'll hand it back to you to wrap us up today.
Okay, so Mark, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you everyone for listening in or watching
Welcome.
in. Thank you so much. And bye. Have a nice day. Have a nice evening. Bye.
Bye, everyone.